Hey, welcome back everyone to this week's edition of WSST. I'm Craig.
I'm Joe.
And we're here to give you some of the highlights from a very exciting week.
Yeah, sounds like it was a very exciting week this week. Well, hey, why don't you give me some highlights on the practice for the Warriors leading up to the exciting game this week?
Warriors practice was really exciting. We got to meet some of our new players. We added Miranda, Maya, Evelina. Isabella actually came back. She was from the 2008 team that we had. She was our inaugural player from back then. Mm-hmm. We also had Sarah and Madeline.
Okay.
All these players just are great. I mean, they're offering things that I didn't expect. I mean, Miranda and Maya, they're adding some speed to the team that we really needed. And then we've got, basically this iron curtain in the backfield right now. I mean, we've got,
the iron curtain.
That's right. I mean, Maddie has just stepped up.
So you could possibly call it the Warrior Wall.
The Warrior Wall. That's right.
The Warrior Wall.
Now Maddie has stepped up. Now she's never played soccer. Okay. Mm-hmm. This is a girl that just comes walking into practice. All right. Scared to death about playing for the Warriors because she knows the team's been around for 3 years and she knows that the girls even played longer than that. Uh-huh. She comes on, but the beauty of it is she's got none of the bad habits from before.
Okay. So
a lot of the things that starting back at 08 that we had to break these habits, she's catching on, bam, like that.
Freshly molded.
Freshly molded, that's right. Now, Maya and Miranda both, they're given the speed that, especially Maya, she's helping Livy at the midfield position. Evelina out of nowhere, she's another new player. She almost scored a goal this past weekend. It was just amazing. I mean, if it wasn't just for the ball stopping on the line, she would have had it. In my opinion, she had it. But do you know what kind of player she is? She comes to me after the game and I just says, did that ball go over that line? She actually said, no, I didn't. Nice. So she was honest about it. And now Izzy comes back, and I tell you what, she's gained a lot of skill from some of these other these other teams that she's been with. Mm-hmm. I'm very amazed. I mean, this is really helping us out quite a lot. Yes, absolutely. And then Sarah compliments Brittany on defense. Very, this is the beauty of it. We've got Madison and we've got Maddie, and then we've got Brittany and Sarah, and just these two groups, these two pairs are just working very well together in the backfield. And I don't know about this, but you know how I am. Defense will win a game. Yep. Sooner or later you'll score, but the defense is going to win the game.
Well, yeah, you got to stop the other team from scoring more than you.
That's true.
Win.
And let me give credit now to, of course, the players that have come back. You've got Becca, and I can go down the whole list. We saw Mackenzie last week. We talked to her. Mm-hmm. And then we've got Ivana, who we're going to talk to this week. Okay. She's still strong on offense. I mean, she really has always scored for us ever since she started. And she never played soccer before 08.
So just seems like she's a natural.
Seems like a natural.
Scoring the goals.
Yeah, and basically it's just been fun sitting back and watching her for 4 years. I mean, this is the 4th year I've had her.
Oh, yeah, you get to watch them grow.
You get to watch them all grow, and that's really nice. And then Livy back, the fierce Livy. She's given the livitude. The livitude is back in full force. Brittany back there, the primetime princess. Brittany Smith is bringing it on defense. And I tell you what, Deion Sanders is smiling somewhere, and I'm smiling too.
Cool. So it looks like the newbies are meshing in with the veteran players.
Yeah, the rookie players to the Warriors are definitely meshing. They've become a unit, and it was evident on the field. And I'll segue right into the game. I mean, the game was really exciting to watch. The Warriors actually wound up winning 5-2 over the Destiny.
Oh, wow.
Very exciting game. They scored right off. Mackenzie came right into the game and scored, put us up 1-0, and then we turned into the scoring machine. Alyssa basically was hanging tough in goal, which I was very surprised of. I mean, she really likes to be the goalie, and she's dedicated herself to say, hey, I will be goalie from the beginning to the end of the game. I don't mind. I like it. But you know what the beauty of it is? I could pull her out of the goal and have her play on the field, and she can hold her own. Nice. I mean, that's an amazing player to have. And really, if you think about it, Madison, who I mentioned, who is the backup captain on defense, Madison can go. She was the goalie last year. She was one of 2 goalies. Okay. She's playing out on defense now. Caitlin was another goalie too. She's out on the offense now too. So
very nice.
And one thing that we actually did a little different this year is we've kind of split up into groups as far as the coaching staff did. Tammy's got the defense. Coach Paul has the midfield, and I've taken on the offense. I know I'm doing a good job because let's see, I think our group scored 5.
You scored 5, yes.
But Tammy, there's 2 goals that got past you. You better work on them, and that includes our little primetime princess back there too.
You better watch it. He's a stickler on that.
That's right.
Well, it looks like you had 3 people score this week, huh?
3 people scored. Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I think we've got a little footage of that we could actually see what they thought about it. So let's take a quick look at that. Hey Warriors fans, this is Coach Craig. I'm here with Ivana and Mackenzie, who were some of our leading scorers from today's game. How do you guys feel after today's game?
Really good.
Really good?
Uh-huh.
Tell us how you managed to pull off one of those scores that you did today. Passing? What about you?
5 passing.
So passing is key, everybody. So Mackenzie, Ivana, and we'll see you next week.
Those were great highlight interviews there.
Absolutely. That was just of course, Mackenzie and Ivana. So Izzy, don't run away so quickly so we can grab an interview with you after the game, because I tell you what, as quick as you are on offense, you got out of there quick too. Nice. But of course it was raining. I should mention the rain.
Well, what would you call this type of game?
In football, you would call it the Mud Bowl. This was the Mud Cup.
The Mud Cup.
Every single one of those girls was covered in mud. I think I ruined my jeans walking back and forth on the sideline. I mean, in fact, as we're talking right now, you guys are actually probably seeing a picture as a group photo that we all took. Girls are just covered in mud. Nobody went home clean.
Even you?
Even me. I mean,
Did they
I was
push in the mud after the...
Yeah, and I think Coach Tammy was close to me, so I grabbed a little bit of mud and they smeared it on her.
Oh, very nice,
it's
very
just
nice,
tradition,
very
you
nice.
know. I like messing with her. So. I've known them too long.
Oh. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and recap the leading scorers here. You had Mackenzie with 2 goals today, Ivana with 2 goals, and looks like Izzy had a goal.
That's right, and that's also now our leading scorers for the season too. In that same order, we'll go with Mackenzie, Ivana, and Isabella. And Mackenzie's still holding her title as the leading scorer for the Warriors.
Yes, she was very proud of that in the interview.
She was glowing.
She was very proud of that.
That's right. So we'll actually be back in a moment. We're going to cut to a quick little segment that we have, and we'll see you in a second. Come see the magic. Come see the excitement of Warriors soccer. Only on WSST.
Wow, that was a great spot. That was a very great commercial.
That was really neat, yep.
Okay, well, it looks like it's time for our Warriors interview of the week. So, Coach Craig, why don't you tell us who it is?
Yep. Actually, this week I'm going to be interviewing Ivana McIver, who has been with me since 2008. In 2008, she actually started fresh in soccer. She never played it before. So, and actually, I have the privilege of her sister Hannah sometimes stops by, and she participates in practice. I think we'll get her in a green jersey next year. We'll have to see what happens. So let's go take a look at Ivana, everybody, and we'll be back in the studio in a second.
Let's check it out.
Hey Warriors fans, I'm here with our player of the week, Ivana McIver. Now, Ivana, you've actually been with us since 2008, so we're going on the 4 years. In 2008, I believe you never played soccer before, right?
No.
Well, you could give a unique perspective because there's a lot of kids out there watching right now. And what's a great tip that you can give them just starting out in soccer if you've never played it before and you're coming to a team?
To stay in your lanes.
Stay in your lanes. It's really good. And passing is key. And what else do we always used to yell out all the time, me and Coach Paul? Spread out and don't stop, right? Spread out and don't stop. That's really key. Now, over the years, it's been 4 years, we've had 3 jersey styles, right? We're probably going to have a 4th next year, right? Because we have to. What do you like the best about playing for the Warriors?
It's friendly and we work hard and work well together.
That's true. And we've actually become a big family, right? Because I know I've come to some of your events after, away from soccer, which is pretty cool. Now, that's a good question, too. Now, away from soccer, when Ivana's not playing soccer, what kind of stuff do you like to do just to go hang out? And what kind of projects do you have on the side?
Well, I like to draw a lot, and I play the piano.
And you play the piano? Now, I know you're active in your church, too, right? What kind of stuff do you do there?
Well, we have like events. Now when I get into the youth group, they one of the parents, they take the youth group on special events like ice skating, and they think of fun crafts and stuff to do. So I'm excited to go into the youth group for that. So
Well, that's neat. So one other thing that you could do to help out anybody who's out there, when you're playing soccer, and in fact you just scored 2 goals this past week, right? What did you do to get those goals?
I kept passing and I didn't stop before the goalie got the ball.
That's good. So you never stop, right? And then who did you work with to get those goals? Mackenzie? So it's you and Mackenzie up in the front there.
Yep.
Which actually, if we talk about leading scorers for the Warriors all time, it's between Ivana and Mackenzie. So they got a friendly battle going on right now. So at the end of the year, we're going to see who's going to be number 1, right?
Right.
Who's going to be number 1? You're not going to say, right?
No.
Smart move. All right. Well, thank you for coming on the show, Ivana. You've been our player of the week. So you like this?
Uh-huh.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Yep.
All right. We'll go back to the studio. Thank you. And we're back.
All right, that was great. That was great. One thing I'd like to mention, though, I've noticed your shirt there, Coach Craig.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wearing some old. I know. Listen, everybody.
Yeah.
Brittany over at Four Soccer Shops has assured me that we will get our WSST polo shirts soon. So we will look the part.
Okay.
But this actually is a little homage to my 2009 team. In 2009, the Warriors were actually undefeated. Went into the championship game, and even though we lost, it was a really special team, you know. One of the things I said actually in our season video was something that Tom Landry said, you know, to win you have to teach, to lose you have to learn, and we really had to learn how to lose because we had not lost a game that whole year. It was very rough because it was the shock of we won every single game, you get up to a championship game, and then everybody just stopped.
It's like,
yeah, it was 2 minutes of quick damage control. But then, you know, one thing that was really unique about that team is after that happened, we broke out into a huge party after that game. I mean, I cannot believe it. We were just hanging out at this game, and already the other team had left. You know, and of course we'll give a shout out to the Rockets. They've been our rival for, 3 years now.
Wow.
You know, and they were the team that won the championship that year, so I got to give them credit for doing that. You know, we had a rivalry that started that year. You know, we beat them at the beginning of the season. We went undefeated. At the very last regular season game, they swore, "Oh, we're going to wreck it." They didn't. So we went right into the playoffs.
And then they got you in the
That's
championship.
right. So I tell you what, everybody, we'll be back in just one quick second, and then we'll actually move on to Spartans news.
Spartans news coming up.